Virat Kohli made a big statement in the opening game of IPL 2023 against the Mumbai Indians. His 82 ensured that Royal Challengers Bangalore prolonged Mumbai Indians' misery and won by a comfortable margin. That 82 and that number has a big significance for Virat Kohli. Two of his ultimate knocks in T20 ice, 82 against Australia, 82 against Pakistan in Melbourne, they have a huge significance because 182 represented the peak, the other represented his coming of age, and this one, it is now evident all the trouble, all the trauma that he underwent for the past 2 years where he did not score a century. Oh, the century jinx, the century drought, all that has ended. The way how Virat Kohli has started, it is a clear-cut indication that this time, if there has to be a serious title contender, although by one match, let's clearly say that after one match, if you have to look at who's the favorite, it is Royal Challengers Bangalore and Virat Kohli's form. Virat Kohli, in this recent interaction with the RCB Insider episode with Mr. Nags, there was a lot of fun. You all know that Mr. Nags really likes to ensure that he tickles the funny bones of all the cricketers that he interviews. But in this, Virat Kohli not only had fun, he also gave some very realistic expectations on RCB's title hopes. And in a never before seen avatar, Virat Kohli had penned a beautiful poem. That poem I'll come to a little later, but first let us get to know what did Virat Kohli say on RCB's title aspirations in 2023. So, Virat Kohli with Mr. Nags on the RCB Insider, he had three basic things: title aspirations, poetry and fan expectations. We have to understand one thing, that when Virat Kohli says these things, it's coming straight from the heart, and the interpretation of that should be very important, because what does a player undergo? How does the franchisee cope with the pressure? It comes from Virat Kohli's interpretations, and one has to look at it very seriously indeed. The problem with Virat Kohli is the franchisee. Royal Challengers Bangalore, 2008 till 2022. He was in a franchisee that had the best fan base. There were expectations galore. Why couldn't you have expectations? Because this franchisee has had legends like Anil Kumble, it has had Rahul Dravid, then you've had AB de Villiers, Chris Gayle, KL Rahul, Tilakaratne Dilshan, Virat Kohli himself, all these 7 legends, and yet even now 15 years later, RCB has still not won the title. Every year it is Is Sala Cup Namde, but at the end of the day, they have not yet won the title. It's become a lament which has unfortunately been trolled, and unfortunately RCB have been the butt of some jokes in the recent past. But here, Virat Kohli has said one very clear thing. Never voice your expectations. Keep it inside. Once you say it out, it becomes a demand. Every time RCB were touted as the title challengers, they are favourites to win the title, because they had voiced their expectation that yes, we are going to go and win the title. But every single time they had to face heartbreak. 2009, 2011, 2016. What do you do in that case? So, realistically, one of the best players the world has ever seen, Virat Kohli, has told his team, keep your expectations to yourself. Once you say, oh, we are going out to win the title, then the fans will want to demand it. They are right in demanding it, but each and every time, knowing RCB's history, it is impossible to live up to that every single time. But maybe all that could change in 2023. Now on pressure. Because Royal Challengers Bangalore, they have had legendary names in that. AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli. You would wonder, why can't they win the title? Is it that easy? But he said, big franchisee pressure. A lot of people take it as fun and games. That is the unfortunate part. Because of that, it is not easy for any franchisee to win a title on a number of bases. Just as Mumbai Indians, 5 in the last, from 2008 till 2023 so far. Chennai Super Kings, 4. The rest of the others have won it only twice or once each. So that is why big franchisee pressure, a lot of people take it as fun and games. That is the unfortunate part in it. Now for all that you have been waiting for, Virat Kohli's epic poetry. He really penned it down because Mr. Nax told him these are the words that you have to incorporate in your poetry. He used the word 49. He tried to ensure that Virat Kohli could be creative, and creative he was, because look at this poetry that Virat Kohli wrote. Fulfill your desire, ignite the fire. Back through tough times, sometimes it is 263, sometimes it's 49. Remember, 263 and 49, they all came in the same day. It's typical RCB, highest of high, lowest of low. Life can put you in a pickle, laugh through like it's a tickle. Whether you get 100 or a duck, life goes on. Don't get stuck. There is no map. Ride the tide, you are your own guide. I would say that Virat Kohli should really give a lecture on literature, because this is a fantastic poetry that he's written. And on top of that, he has summed up his cricketing journey in a nutshell. Kudos to Virat Kohli for giving such a magnificent poetry on it. So, Virat Kohli has made a big statement of intent in the opening game of the tournament. If he continues on his vein, if he has that 2016 peak, then in a World Cup year and in an ICC WTC final year, it is going to be sensational indeed. India needs Virat Kohli to perform in all formats. If he does that, then India can potentially end their ICC jinx, RCB can end their IPL jinx. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.